All right, let's talk about how to get faster in the pool by getting out of the pool. We're diving into dry land training, which is, and I'm not kidding, the secret weapon for absolutely smashing your swimming goals. So let's break down how you can build a stronger, faster you right on solid ground.
So does this sound familiar? You're putting in the laps, you're grinding it out, your technique feels pretty solid, but that time on the clock just isn't dropping. It's maybe the most frustrating feeling for a swimmer. You feel like you've just hit a wall. So what's the secret to breaking through?
You guessed it. The key to unlocking that next level of speed, that extra bit of power, it's not always about swimming more laps. It's actually built right here, on dry land, with smart, targeted training that directly fuels your performance in the water.
So how do we actually do it? Well, we're going to break it all down into a really simple but incredibly powerful framework, the 4 pillars. I want you to think of this as the blueprint for building a faster, more powerful, and more resilient swimmer. Yep, just 4. That's it. Every single effective dryland program for swimming is built on these key areas. If you can focus on these and master them, you are going to feel a massive difference in your stroke. So here they are, our 4 pillars. First, propulsion strength. That's your engine. Then, core stability. Think of that as your car's chassis. Third is shoulder mobility and injury prevention. This is all about durability. And finally, muscular endurance. That's your fuel tank, especially for those tough final laps. Okay, so the theory is great, but let's get into the nitty-gritty. What do you actually need to do? We're going to walk through the key exercises for each pillar, starting with the one that literally creates your speed, propulsion.
So your propulsion, your engine, that's coming from your lats, your shoulders, and your upper back. Pull-ups and lat pull-downs, they build the raw strength for a powerful catch and pull. Dumbbell rows create a rock-solid back so none of that power gets wasted. And push-ups, they help you absolutely nail that final powerful push phase of your stroke.
I absolutely love this analogy because it's just so true. You could have the most powerful engine on the planet, but if the chassis is wobbly, all that power just fizzles out. For a swimmer, your core is that chassis. It connects your powerful arms to your legs and keeps you totally streamlined. A strong core is all about one thing, reducing drag. The plank and side plank train your body to hold that rigid arrow-like line in the water. Quick pro tip here, when you're doing a plank, really squeeze your glutes and brace your abs. It'll keep your hips from sagging. And an exercise like the dead bug, it's fantastic for teaching your arms, legs, and torso to work together seamlessly.
Now this next pillar is huge. Seriously. It's as much about injury prevention as it is about performance. Swimming puts an incredible amount of stress on your shoulders. Simple moves like band pull-aparts and the YTW exercise strengthen all those little stabilizing muscles around the joint, which helps keep you healthy and makes your stroke way more efficient.
Look, I know we all think of swimming as an upper body sport, but you cannot neglect your lower body. A strong kick acts as an anchor and helps transfer all that power from your core rotation into forward motion. Squats build that overall stability. And hip thrusts, let me tell you, they are a total game changer for building a more powerful flutter and dolphin kick.
Okay, so once you've built that solid foundation with our 4 pillars, it's time to level up a bit. We're going to add some swimming-specific power moves. These are the exercises that develop the kind of explosive power that separates a good swimmer from a truly great one. This is where you can really feel the connection between the gym and the pool. Medicine ball slams, that's pure explosive power for your pull. Cable wood choppers directly train the torso rotation you need for freestyle and backstroke. And battle ropes, well, that's where we bring in our 4th pillar, muscular endurance. This is how you build the stamina to hold your form and power through when a race gets really, really tough. So we've got the pillars, we've got the power moves, but how in the world do you put it all together into a routine that actually works? Let's map out a sample weekly plan to see how this all fits together into a smart, cohesive program. A 3-day split is a super simple and really effective approach. What I love about this structure is how it groups the movements. Day 1 is all about vertical pulling and core. Day 2 shifts over to horizontal pushing and pulling. And Day 3 is your power day. Explosiveness, rotation, and then you finish with that crucial shoulder care. It's balanced, it's comprehensive, and it is built for results. But hey, let's be realistic. We don't all have endless hours to spend in the gym. So what happens if you need the biggest bang for your buck? What if you need maximum results in the minimum amount of time?
If you're pressed for time, the secret isn't to do a little bit of everything. It's to focus intensely on the very few things that matter the most. So let's boil this whole program down to its absolute most potent, most effective core.
And that core comes down to just 3 exercises. That's it. 3 movements that, if you do them consistently, can still deliver some pretty incredible improvements to your swimming performance.
So, why these 3? Well, pull-ups are without a doubt the single best builder of raw propulsion power. Planks are the absolute foundation for a streamlined body and cutting down on drag. And resistance band rows are just perfect for grooving proper stroke mechanics and building that back stability. It's the trifecta of efficient swim training.
The power to finally break through that plateau, it isn't just in the next lane over or in another brutal set in the pool. It's waiting for you right here on dry land, ready to be built 1 pillar at a time. So the only real question is, are you ready to get to work?